bell. The Nasdaq down a little bit at the opening bell. And here we go. Here is Sandra Smith.
Yes. She is set to celebrate her 25 years in the business as the first journalist to broadcast live from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. And we want to bring in Stuart Varney. He joins us from his program on the Fox Business Network this morning. And Stuart, I know you love Maria as much as I do. We're so happy for her. 25 years in the business. And you think back to those days where she was down there giving elbows to the traders on the floor so she could get through with her microphone and broadcast. One of the first females to broadcast from the trading floor to the world what was happening.
She is a star. I've known her for more than 25 years, and I do actually remember her making that breakthrough broadcast from the floor of the exchange, because back in those days, the floor of the New York Stock Exchange was jam-packed with thousands of people. And as you say, there she was right in the middle of it, elbowing her way through to the front to interview the personalities of the day.
I love it. So there she is virtually ringing in the bell. There's Maria. And the opening bell has rung on Wall Street. And Maria has done this before, but this is an incredibly special day for her. 25 years in the business. And Stuart, we're so blessed to have her as a colleague here on the Fox News channel and on the Fox Business Network. A true professional in everything she does. But when it comes down to it, she is just all around one of the nicest people I know by far. And I think she's joining us now. Maria, are you there? Okay. All right. So she's gonna join us from the floor in just a moment. And she's so proud of this moment because she's Brooklyn raised. And she talks this morning in the New York Post, page 6, about the toughness it took to get where she did. She was a pioneer in her field. And people didn't like it at first. You know, she was pushing her way through those traders on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, and they wanted to do their thing. She wanted to do her thing. And now it's a standard for a business network or any business publication to have a reporter on the floor.
Yeah, I see pictures there from all those years ago, some of the great moments on the New York Stock Exchange. I might add, by the way, she's one of the most hardworking people on this planet. You know, she starts her show here on the Fox Business Network at 6 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what time you have to get up to do a 6 o'clock in the morning live show? That's really extraordinary.
Yes, absolutely.
Have we got Maria yet? She's going to join us on the show any moment now, as they say. There she is. Congratulations, Maria.
Yay,
Congratulations indeed.
Congratulations, Maria.
Okay, before we go any further, Maria, may I ask you this?
Thank you so much.
Give me the high point of the last 25 years from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. What is it?
Wow, the high points is just, covering the markets, going to record after record. And really, I think the real high point for me, Stuart, is having this front row seat, having been able to cover business news and the markets while it was happening, while markets were trading, and watching all of these cycles from the individual investor revolution to the dot-com boom and then the dot-com bust and then globalization and then the housing boom and the housing bust. All of these cycles I was able to watch right from the floor of the exchange and have this front row seat speaking to all of the players involved. For me, that certainly was a high note to be able to really follow the incredible changes over a 25-year period. It was an incredible 25 years. The floor changed, business changed, the digital economy came about. Remember in the 90s when we were all on the doorstep of the year 2000, we were thinking everything would change. Amazon went public in the 90s. Google covering that was incredible. Globalization, and also the idea that individuals, back when I first started, got the sense that they could actually get enough information for themselves and make their own investment decisions and change their lives over the long term by investing in the stock market. For me, that was an incredible high point. Big shout out to Dick Grasso for having the vision to know that, we want to open this up. We want somebody on the floor to communicate what's going on down here. He allowed it. He was incredible. And, of course, big shout out to CNBC as well for putting me down there.
That's fantastic. And, Maria, congratulations to you. And we were talking before you joined us about how honored we are to have you as a colleague. And we were so happy the day you moved over here to Fox News Channel and Fox Business Network. I was with you on your show day one when it launched and was proud to do so. And we were looking at pictures while you were talking, so many notable figures that you've interviewed and been with over the years. And you talked this morning in page 6 about how you made lifelong friends on that trading floor.
It's true, Sandra, because there's so much camaraderie on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. You know, a lot was made when I first got down there about a handful of people who didn't want me there. But the truth is the majority of people were so supportive and so wonderful to me, and they really are like family. I'll never forget when I was getting married in 1999, unbeknownst to me, they put a ball and chains on my ankle. That told me I was part of the family. What they do is a tradition. They dump a bucket of water on the person when you're getting married, and then they put the ball and chains on your ankle. They spared me the bucket of water. And then the Alliance of Floor Brokers, once they did a roast of me in the New York Stock Exchange, and they gave me this beautiful silver dish engraved. Thank you, Maria Bartiromo, for enhancing the image of the New York Stock Exchange. The guys on the floor and the gals have been really lifelong friends. I adore them, and I'm so grateful for all that they've done for me to help me get used to being on the floor, because it's a special place. It really is.
Stuart, I got to tell you a quick story, because Stuart knows all the time I spent on the Chicago trading floors. And Maria came down to host her show there while I was a reporter on the floor at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And she walked onto that floor, and man, the trading pits roared for Maria's arrival there. I mean, they adore you, they love you, they always have through all these years.
Well, you're a star. Maria, you are a genuine star. Actually, one of the first stars of business news. I mean, back in my day, which is a very long time ago, there was only one show that dealt with business, and that was Louis Rukeyser, Wall Street Week. That was back in the 1970s. There were no real stars. Well, there were a few. Our own Lou Dobbs, for example, did Moneyline on CNN. And then you came along, and you just stole the show, Maria, and you're still stealing the show.
You know what,
Where's your dog, by the way? I thought Dusty was going to be with you.
Dusty is here, actually, but you know, I'm really glad you mentioned that, because Stu, I really learned so much working at CNN Business News, and I was a colleague of yours back then as well. I was working on your show behind the scenes as an associate producer and a producer, and I learned so much from you and from Lou Dobbs and from Myron Candell. And really, the reason that I had ease in terms of covering the stock market as it was trading was because I learned firsthand at CNN, and this was a different CNN. This was Ted Turner's CNN. I learned firsthand at CNN how to cover a news story as it was happening. And that, of course, was the first Gulf War. And I remember as a young production assistant working at CNN Business News, we would look at the TV, and there was Bernard Shaw under the bed in Baghdad saying, bombs are going off right now. That was Ted Turner's genius to be able to cover a story as it was happening. And because I learned all of that, how to cover news as it was happening, had never been done before, because all the networks would just do their 6:30 at night news show. Because of that training, I was able to cover the stock market as it was trading in real time, as it was happening. I learned that from my time covering the Gulf War at CNN. I was so grateful to be able to go down to the floor and cover the market as it was moving, bring information to investors that they could get instantaneously, and really democratize information. It was a really special time. And then you saw all of these mergers. You saw discount brokers merge, get together, because the world was changing. Information was critical, and investors were using it to create wealth over the long term.
It is an honor.
Congratulations, Maria.
Congratulations, Maria.
And a big thank you to the New York Stock
Thank you
Exchange for
so
the use
much.
of their photos as well.